This is not financial advice. I am not a professional stock trader or trader, nor am I a financial advisor of any kind. I make no guarantees, nor do I offer any promises of any kind with the processes or information shared in this video. Okay, so now when I first find a stock I want to trade, I do technical analysis first. This is what I do. I come and I look at the whole overall stock. Okay, that's just what I do. I like doing it. Kind of gives me a feel for the stock. It kind of tells me what the stock has been doing. And I just like to do it because I just like to know the whole overall trend of the stock in its lifetime. Second thing I do is I go to the weeks and I look at it. Excuse me. And I will go ahead and scroll in on the year. Well, actually, we can do this on the month. Okay, go back to the month. And every candle here is 1 month. Okay, and I'll start from the very beginning of 2022 since that's the year we're in. Now, if we were in the beginning of the year somewhere, maybe 3 months into the year, like January, February, March, I would go back, to the previous year. I would go back, and so I have 12 months. All right, and because I just want to see how the stock is moving, but since we're already in this year, I just will go back to January. All right. So first thing I want to do is I want to know the whole overall trend of the year. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Second thing I want to do is I want to make the arrow under here. Okay. I think we're gonna straighten this guy out. Let's push him up. You want to touch at least 2 lines. The more the better, but it's all right. As long as you got two. So those are my first key levels that I like to make. If you don't know, the top is my resistance, the bottom is my support. How do I know that this is moving down? Well, you can clearly see it's just moving down on the year. But you can also see where these wicks are kind of hitting and bouncing off that resistance. You can see there that this is high. This is a high, but it's lower than that high. So you have lower highs. This is a high, but it's lower than that high. And this is lower than that high. And then the same thing with the lows. This is a low. This is a lower low. This is a lower low. And this is a lower low. This low is higher than this low, and so forth. Okay? So that should be self explanatory. That's how I find my support and resistance for the year and to see what the overall trend of the stock is doing. And we can clearly tell this is going down. Okay. Next thing I do, go to the weeks and look at that. On the weeks, you can clearly see it coming down. Okay. Those lines of resistance and support we put in, that's what they look like on the week time frame. All right. Then we go down to the day. And this is where I start paying attention to key lines because we're day traders. So I'm right about here. I come over here. I'm going to grab my horizontal line. And I'm just going to start putting lines where two candles are better touched, or two candles either solid at the end, the top or the bottom. The wicks, the top or the bottom, are touching this line. So from down here, I can clearly see that this wick here, and I think this over here are all touching that. So let me see, right about there. And for my day color, I use yellow. Okay. So now we're going to do that again. I just want to touch on key things that pop out to me. I can see this here. You see this here. If those touch, bam. Okay. Do it again. Right about here may be good. Let me see. Can I get something up in here? got going on? No, not really. All right, what about here? No, not really. Let's see, what about this point here and this point? Do those line up? No, what about this point and do these? Do they line up? Some of those wicks line up. That's across a solid top over there all the way to the right. I think we're good right there. Let's grab another one. And we just continue the process, all right? There's no craziness. There's no crazy thing to this. It's just where you think. Your lines may be totally different than my lines, all right? So, hold on a second. Let me go ahead and change. Okay, that just looks like it's orange, right? Yeah, that's yellow. Okay. So those are my yellow. Those yellow lines are my day key levels. Okay. And I am just, like I said, looking, whatever's popping out to me that looks like it needs a line across, that's what I'm doing. No need to make this complicated. All right. And let's come over here. We got things touching here. We got a lot of wicks touching here. Looks like a few maybe touching there. Let me see what's the best part. That's at the top of the, right there. Looks good to me. Let's put one more in here. I would think right about there would be good. All right. That bottom line just looks orange. Is it orange? I gotta check that. No, I guess it's yellow. All right, so that's my day. Those are my day key levels, all right? Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see what pops out at us here. I see these three right here, so I'm saying, does anything fit across here? Maybe not. What about the bottom? What about all the way to the right over there? What about this little group here? So if I set that perforated line on top of there, come down just a little, I think we'll be good right there. Now I gotta go change that. Now this is the 4 hour chart and I use pink. Okay, let's see what else we could find up in here. Let's see, does that look like something? No. What about the top of this guy here? Let's see. We got anything over here? Yeah, we got something way over there. I'll go ahead and put a line here. You can't put too many, but you can. I mean, it's your preference. It's you know, it's kind of like what you see. Let me see. Let me check this point and this point. No, let me just come down, check it. No, not really. But is there anything over here that corresponds with this point here? Let's see. Put that there. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put that in. All right, let's go over here. Maybe put one more if we could find anything. Let's see if this group right here lines up with anything. On the other side, there we go. Candle touching here and a candle touching here. All right, so we're gonna come back down, put a line there. That's our 4 hour key levels. All right. Now I'm gonna go to the hour chart. Let's see. Let's come back over here. Open this guy up a little bit. Grab my line. And let me see if any of this lines up over here. No. But I see the tops of these, the bottom of this, and the top of this. I like that right there. Then it lines up with this over here. They don't have to be perfect, just like that. Okay, now let's change that color. For my hour lines, I use orange. Now let's come back, see if we can find a few more levels. Okay, is this gonna fit right here? I'm looking at this area right there. Doesn't really run into anything here. So you know what? Let's go ahead and come closer to where we're at. All right, when I can't find anything, I just really go close to where I'm at. Maybe that's what you should do. Just go close to where you're at. Okay, see that red and these candles lining up right there. Bam, lines up right there, and then lines up at the bottom of this. Perfect. Let's go get another one. just looking for things that are lining up. Right there. Let's see, what about right there? Would that be one? Nah. All right, let's come over here, put a couple just in case this thing comes back up. Let's check out the bottom here and the bottom here. Let me see, anything touching, anything correlating there? Right, I would say, let's open up. I'd say right about there, just based off this grouping here. And I'll probably put one more up here, right? Let's say right about, going off this guy. Is it touching this guy? Let's see. Yep, right there. Bam. And that's all I'm going to do for now. All right. Now the 15-minute, I do not do this unless I'm actually trading at that point and I need to make some lines, key levels on my 15-minute. I do it, while I'm trading. The 5-minute the same, the 1 minute the same. Okay. So now I'm on the 15-minute chart. Now let me show you something. Now you can see all the key levels from the day, the 4 hour, and the 1 hour. Now, how do I know it's an hour key level? Because it's orange. How do I know it's a day key level? Because it's yellow. How do I know it's a 4 hour key level? Because it is pink. See, because when you scroll in here to start your trading, and I use the 15-minute line to watch my up and down pressure on my candle, this is what you start seeing, okay? And then here, if I really thought during the trade this was going to be something I needed to pay attention to and I needed some kind of level there, I would put a black line, which I use for my 15-minute coming across the bottom here. But if I don't think I need it, I won't do it. But more than likely, I probably would do it. I probably would put a line like right there because it hits the top of this. It kind of hits the top of one of these candles here on the solid part, and it's kind of right here on the bottom. So it would be support here. It would be resistance here. So a couple things to remember. One is you're looking for multiple points of rejection. Okay, like this right here, this would be it getting rejected at the ceiling here, which is resistance. This would be getting rejected at resistance. This would be getting rejected at support. This would be rejected at support. And they're kind of, if you look at that perforated line horizontally, they're kind of all in the same spot. Just look at that line going across, okay? So that would be a 15-minute key level. And then number two, you have to remember a key level can be resistance or support. When the stock is climbing up like this, candles are coming up, and it hits this, and it comes down, this is resistance. When the stock is coming down like this right here, and it hits this, this is support. Now, if it busts through that, and then comes back and hits the bottom and comes in, now it was support, and now it turned into resistance. That's how that works, all right? So that's how I do my support and my resistance.